as the head coach. Now 3rd and goal. Cook is into the end zone. Touchdown Vikings. Following his fullback C.J. Ham.
There's some carnage at the line of scrimmage. And again, I just go back and reference that game a year ago. There was no Dalvin Cook at the end of the season. But that drive right there for Gary Kubiak and the entire Minnesota.
Hendricks is a phenomenal player, but he's just a phenomenal human being. He does it both on the field and outside of the locker room. Like Ben said earlier, boots on the ground.
Rodgers on the move. End zone for Adams. He's got it. Touchdown Packers. Standing still and hauling it in from an active Aaron Rodgers.
Great play right there by Aaron Rodgers. Maybe an even better presence of mind of knowing where you are on the field. Davante Adams stopping his feet, deadening his feet to keep
on the spot. In the meantime, it's 2nd and 10. Time running out in the first half. Rodgers is going deep for Valdez-Scantling. And he's got it into the end zone. Touchdown Packers. Marquez Valdez-Scantling.
And those are the shot plays, being aggressive that we talked about with Aaron Rodgers that he wanted to put on himself. Picking his moments, picking the points within the game to really be aggressive. We see him connect right there with Marquez Valdez.
And now he sets up a huge 2nd goal.
Play clock. See, the game clock is down to 15 here in the 3rd quarter. Rodgers throws end zone touchdown. Davante Adams.
Too easy.
3 today for Aaron Rodgers, and 2 have gone to that man.
You can't allow it to be that easy. If you're Holton Hill, you're playing inside technique, you move with the pocket as Aaron Rodgers does, and
things have shifted. Madison remains the back. Cousins for the end zone. He's got Thielen. Thielen hauls it in for a Viking touchdown.
What did you say? I think because they could hear you, Myers. I think Kirk changed that play and said, Myers wanted me to throw to Thielen. I haven't thrown to him in 4th
and goal, milking the clock. Rodgers. Lazard. And Allen Lazard has a Packer touchdown. 4 touchdown passes today for Aaron Rodgers.
That's just a great job of understanding your scramble rules, flowing with the quarterback, knowing your quarterback is extending the plays outside of the pocket. You have to create separation.
Now the Packer defense ease up a bit, if that's the right term. Cook will head to the end zone for his 2nd touchdown of this game. A chance now. Will they just kick the extra point to keep it at 11 or go for 2? It's behind Rodgers here. Aaron Jones cuts back. Jones to the end zone. Touchdown Packers.
Touchdown Packers. Aaron Jones.
They're just having fun out there. You see Allen Lazard pushing on Aaron Rodgers, the lineman giving high fives to Aaron Jones as he runs it in for the touchdown. This is what football is about. This is what makes you get your footing and eliminates all the.
You'll see that on Fox. Thielen in the end zone has a touchdown, Minnesota.
Pretty.
That was an excellent catch and throw. That's his 2nd of the game.
Yeah, that's just a great job by Adam Thielen. We've seen it with Davante Adams.
Upon his absence.
1st and goal. That's Kerryon Johnson, and that's going to be a Lions touchdown.
That was just an impressive drive.
Oh, it's a Lions leap at Lambeau.
Why not? Have fun, jump into the empty stands, create your own energy, right, guys?
Yes, but if there were Packer fans there. That's Swift in motion. 3rd and goal, Stafford fires. Caught. Touchdown. Marvin Jones right at the goal line, falling forward. Took took a moment, so we're going to take a closer look because it's going to be close where the ball trailing by 11. Quick snap, Rodgers. Pass is complete and into the end zone. Aaron Jones with a Green Bay score and a Lambeau lead.
And that's just tough. I mean, that is a quick count, right? You see how quick they huddled up, Greg? They know what they want to do. They want to get their back, Aaron Jones, on the middle linebacker, Davis. So that's a quick huddle, quick count right to the line of scrimmage and out leverage from the beginning. You're just simply playing with fire.
Yeah, how important is that timeout earlier that the Packers had to burn when they had miscommunication in the opening quarter? Time for Rodgers. End zone throw. Touchdown, Packers! Robert Tonyan, there is a flag down on the other side of the field. We'll check the flag. Tonyan is the one who had the drop earlier. And Rodgers goes back to him for the score.
Prior to the pass, holding defense, number 29. Penalties decline. His only play is a touchdown.
Touchdown stands, and that's 2 for Aaron Rodgers today.
And this is a great concept. This is a great route by Robert Tonyan.
Fresh, you've got to eliminate the penalties if we're going to win this one.
Thank you very much. Penalties helped, especially on Will Harris. As Aaron Jones breaks loose. Aaron Jones, he's headed for the end zone. And he's going to be in with a Packer touchdown. A 75-yard dash from Aaron Jones to start the second half.
You know, one of the things, Chris, in pregame, even from up here in the booth, you could hear that Packer O-line. They
Of the Lions with what is the biggest defensive play for Detroit so far on that sack. And a pick and a 6. It's going to be a touchdown for Chandon Sullivan. And that's the defensive play of the game for the Packers. We're going to see if he was there discussing whether he was down at the 1, but was he contacted when he went down? When the Lions marched up and down on Green Bay, Packer defense could not stop Detroit. Fresh set of downs, Peterson the back. Stafford steps up and on the move, throws for the end zone, touchdown! Connecting with Marvin Hall.
That's a great job by Matthew Stafford, staying with Marvin Hall, waiting for him to clear that second safety across the field and putting the ball where his receiver can make a play, and a big play that they needed hard.
All that motion serves a purpose. Aaron Rodgers said we don't do that for window dressing. It's Jones. Aaron Jones to the end zone. It's another Packer touchdown. And another touchdown for Aaron Jones. That's 3 today.
I think I told you I like this O-line, right? Especially the left side of it in the center.
Ryan Bates, extra lineman in.
Shift. Line 20.
Josh Allen on 4th and goal for the end zone. Wide open. Touchdown, Buffalo. And a spike in the end zone. And Josh Allen, after having 2 called back, finds Lee Smith, the tight end.
You love that play down in. Strahan said, much better than me.
He would know playing the line as Josh Allen carries. And touchdown, Buffalo. He got him down there to the 5, and he got him in the end zone.
Such an enormous weapon when you have that facet in your offense for Brian Daboll. That's 3 consecutive QB runs. One of them's off a jet sweep motion with an option. Another's a
important challenge at the moment. Josh Allen, it's easy. It's going to be a touchdown, Buffalo. A Tyler Kroft from Josh Allen.
Gosh, and once again, nobody within the zip code for Sean McVay. I mean, you could see it right there. It's one thing if people make tremendous
Off the edge, getting his hands up.
Stephon Diggs, top of your screen. Ramsey, Jalen Ramsey lined up against him. Josh Allen going that way. And he has Diggs. Buffalo gets the touchdown finally with Stephon Diggs.
I'm a little confused with what Jalen Ramsey is doing there. He has the sideline as an extra defender, but he jumps outside.
Goff keeps, surges forward, and the signal, not yet. Touchdown Rams, Jared Goff. It took a while. He must have felt like it was in slow motion. But they had to sort it out. And the Rams finally punch it in the end zone against this stingy Bills defense.
Response here by Goff and the Rams.
A pickup of 31 yards. Fake the pressure is on, but he gets the ball away. It's Robert Woods, and Robert Woods is into the end zone. It's a touchdown for the Rams. Wow. It looked like trouble for Goff, but he got it to the right guy who knew where to go.
Yeah, that's great vision by Robert Woods, but great reaction instinctively of Jared Goff just to get the ball to him so that he can have an opportunity to.
For the Buffalo Bills, as Brown is the back. On 1st and 10, a fake. Pressure is picked up. And wide open is Cooper Kupp. That's going to be a Ram touchdown. The leading receiver in the game hauls in a touchdown pass. He's over 100 reception yards. And things have really tightened up in Western New York.
And this is why you love this offense.
Play, and they're ready on 3rd and goal. Henderson, Henderson into the end zone for a touchdown.
This has been all set up all game long by Sean McVay, staying true to what they are and who they are, and that's a run-first team. Everything flows off of that run out.
For the end zone. Touchdown, Buffalo. Tyler Kroft. The Bills have the lead with 15 seconds left.
Wow. Again, you said it earlier. This is where Josh Allen has to say, put the ball in my hands. This is where he makes his statement to the rest of the league and the guys on his sideline that, yes, I am that guy.
Look at it.
Stay healthy. 1st and goal, Vikings. Thielen in motion. Dalvin Cook forward and in for a Viking touchdown. From 6 yards out.
This offensive line has taken a lot of flack. Right, a bunch of sacks. Kirk Cousins not comfortable.
It's a wild one. Dalvin Cook. He's going to get a first down, and Dalvin Cook pushes his way toward the end zone, and they're going to spot him. Well, are they going to give him credit for the touchdown? It is a touchdown. They're going to rule it a touchdown. We'll take a close look. Looked like he stayed in. George Iloka in for Harrison Smith in that secondary. Do they try and take advantage? Pass is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Will Fuller.
You called it. George Iloka right there on that play. You saw Anthony Harris trying to direct him. You saw other guys trying to direct him down. If you have a Harrison Smith in there, you're not going through that because you know he understands.
Need to be coached. There's no hurt feelings here. We're just trying to get it right and find our offensive rhythm. Fake to Madison. Cousins fires for the end zone. There's a flag down, but the catch is made, and it's Adam Thielen for a Viking touchdown.
That's going to be holding on Justin Jefferson there. But again, this goes to the trust that Kirk Cousins has with Thielen to make that throw and knows that he's going to make a play for him.
What a response.
Great response.
Just when the Texans are driven down, it turns some of the momentum, right? You hold them to a field goal.
Result of the play is a touchdown. holding defense, number 21. That penalty is declined. Touchdown.
Well, Thielen, they had taped the pinky and ring finger on his right hand earlier in the game when he went out, put a glove on it. Sure-handed on that one. Now came in third, another 100-yard gain. Madison into the end zone, touchdown Vikings.
That's a great call. We have seen them attack the edges, right? So you saw the eyeballs go to the jet sweep motion. It widens that defense just enough.
Minnesota for a first down. Three-man rush. Watson steps up, fires for the end zone. It's a touchdown for the Texans. Kenny Stills.
That is a drop 8 in coverage. And George Iloka playing for Harrison Smith. I think his eyes deceive him there as Deshaun.
For Washington. Thanks, Carissa. On 3rd down and 3. They converted last time on 3rd and 2. Ryan hands off to Gurley. And Todd Gurley. Nobody's going to get him. He's going to have a Falcons touchdown. That's the 5th touchdown for Todd Gurley this year. Boy, there was an opening and he took off.
There sure was. I like that call, right?
To receive the ball in the second half. On a 3rd and 4. Pressure is picked up and Bridgewater delivers for the first down. Running loose. It's DJ Moore down the sideline. DJ Moore has a Panther touchdown. He just outran the Atlanta secondary.
We call that a little break route. You fake that slant. We've seen a number of slants. It's a pressure situation. Isaiah Oliver, the nickelback. Here's
the running back. Fake to him. Bridge wide open. Touchdown Panthers. Mike Davis on the pass from Bridgewater.
Remember I said they hadn't really had any busts? Monday night in Green Bay, you saw this 3 or 4 times, and Dan's looking up at the replay, and he's going to try to be as encouraging as he can be. But when you've got a running back, and it's difficult in those big, heavy jumbo sets, but you got a running back and no defender.
Extra lineman Matt Nelson. Adrian Peterson into the end zone for a Lions touchdown. They convert on 4th and short. They give it to Peterson, and the Lions, as has been their storyline this year, score early.
I told you Hawkinson's a guy to watch because these Jaguars have had a tough.
Swift leaps in the goal line. Touchdown Lions. DeAndre Swift. That's pretty cool to be right in there with Stafford coming over to say good job. Remember that drop when the season started,
sure,
that quickly everybody got over.
You put that Jacksonville O-line or offense at the 1-yard line.
And your defense has been playing very well.
Stafford throws, goal line caught into the end zone, touchdown. T.J. Hockenson and the Lions add to their lead.
That's well done. You see this concept from Bevel and Patricia, a bunch down in the red zone inside the 5. You're just running a little rub route. And the key is to make sure.
Minshew may have to run for this. And he's in the end zone for a Jets touchdown.
Remember that man-on-man conversation we had earlier? My job is to get you a one-on-one. Your job is to win it. Well, every once in a while, and especially with quarterbacks in this league today, your one-on-one is with a linebacker. And you're going to knocked out of this game early. So it is all hands on deck, and many of them inexperienced.
DeAndre Swift is the running back on 2nd and 3. He has the football. Swift is into the end zone. His 2nd touchdown of the day. And he lets everybody know.
We talked about Detroit and how they would respond with this offensive possession. And we see how they responded. What a great drive.
Season.
Protected well and wide open. James Robinson to the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville.
Jay Gruden guessed right. That is a man beater, a little bit of man-to-man after so much zone down the field. And Vaitai, the middle linebacker, just
at the line of scrimmage with receivers and to come up and make plays like that.
It was a big play, and it would have been fourth, but they get a fresh set of downs. And Swift trying to find the end zone, and he does. It's a touchdown for the Lions.
I like that call in the pocket. That is a terrible call when Matthew Stafford starts to. I understand protecting the quarterback, and I'm sorry, that's a great touchdown run by Swift, his third in 2 games. That was a huge penalty to call on 3rd down with a quarterback.
Todd Gurley has it. Todd Gurley into the end zone, and that's a Falcon touchdown. That'll keep the train going in Atlanta. It would be a review automatically if they wanted to do that. Julio Jones top of your screen. One official ruled touchdown. Obviously can't challenge. End zone throw. It doesn't matter. There's Ridley. Touchdown.
Lindstrom, the right guard, just continuing to plow away.
Todd Gurley to the goal line. Touchdown! I think he thought about waiting and letting the clock run out.
Well, I don't think there's any question. I think he was trying to not get in, and Detroit wanted him to get in.
It may have been something they discussed when the Lions burned their last time out.
You have to be wanting this moment to fall on your shoulders.
What kind of pressure do they put on Matthew Stafford? He has time. Hesitates, throws, touchdown Lions! And T.J. Hockenson.
And I have to tell the audience that joined us that my guy Brock Heward said, do not give Matt Stafford this ball back.
There's a flag down. Well, Bills trying to punch it in. Plenty of time for Josh Allen. Wide open. End zone. Touchdown Buffalo Bills. Isaiah McKenzie hauls it in, and he's dancing.
Now, this is what you call a cover 3 beater. You have seen this for
Garoppolo and Kittle out of the game against San Francisco, but having trouble tangling with this team. Allen looks one way, middle of the field, catch made, and that's going to be a Buffalo touchdown. Cole Beasley make that Tyler Kroft the tight end. Allen had all kinds of time. Actually had 2 people open on that play.
That's just such a hard play for defensive players, Chris.
Times almost unstoppable. This is a time they need it to be unstoppable. They want to stay in the game. Russell Wilson goes forward and touchdown Seattle. That's his first rushing touchdown this season.
And you may have to go back and look in 9 years. And I think I've watched about every game. I don't think he's ever had a QB sneak touchdown. So add that to his list of touchdowns as well for Coach Carroll. And it's just not been in of everything they are most vulnerable.
Trey Flowers coming back in. Still Shaquille Griffin. Benson Mayowa out. Josh Allen ends up throw. That's going to be a Buffalo touchdown to Gabriel Davis. Picture perfect once again for the Bills.
Play action down around the goal line. We've seen it on both touchdowns. Pretty difficult on linebackers. Pretty difficult on corners match against those linebackers and strong safeties.
DJ Dallas cruises into the end zone, and that's a Seahawk touchdown.
And that's well done. Jordan Simmons was not out long at left guard. It's been pass, pass, pass. The run game is bars on the side.
7-point game in the fourth. Extra lineman Zach Moss powers forward. That's a touchdown, Buffalo. Third rushing touchdown of the season for the rookie from Utah.
That was just rookie on rookie in the hole. That was Jordan Brooks, the first rounder for the Seahawks. And
third takeaway. Russell Wilson has lost a fumble and now 2 interceptions. Josh Allen trying to reach the end zone and leaps in for a Buffalo Bills touchdown. Grateful for the opportunity, and now a 20-point lead.
And this is what he's capable of. This is why Pete Carroll compared him.
The team's leading rusher in the hamstring, Carlos Hyde, suffered. Delay blitz. Boyer is picked up. Wilson's on the move. Throwing it deep and open. Touchdown Seahawks. David Moore. Just like that. Don't flip away yet. Well, that deserved a wow. 55 yards.
Yeah, that was a rocket. Look at Russell just buying.
And Sean McDermott from Carolina to Buffalo. Some big plays in the fourth quarter for him. It's 4th and 5 for Wilson. The pass, he is caught and into the end zone. DK Metcalf. His first touchdown catch today, his 8th of the season. And 28 touchdown passes for Russell Wilson. Rodgers has a different thought here as we start quarter number 2. Going deep. And the catch is made. Marquez Valdez-Scantling is going to scamper into the end zone, and that's a Packer touchdown.
And he used the referee. He used the referee as a 12th guy, a blocker on this long reception. What a great throw, great route, and just run after the catch from MVS.
To the frigid Green Bay North today.
What can the offense do? J.K. Scott ready to punt it to Keelan Cole. He's got the wind with him. Cole backs up inside the 10 of Jacksonville. All the way up to the 25. Across the 30. Cole gets a block. Only the punter. Scott can stop him. He slows him for a moment, but that's going to be a Jacksonville touchdown. Keelan Cole. A dazzling return. 90 yards. And that deserves a wow.
That is a great return. It's the one thing you don't think about, you don't account. You kick the ball into the wind like that, you out-punt your coverage, and you give the returner an opportunity.
Getting the ball to begin the half. It's a big stretch of downs.
Adams with 8 touchdowns. Rodgers will keep it. Aaron Rodgers runs it in for a Packer touchdown. That's his first rushing touchdown this season. Did he call his own number?
He didn't call his own number, but a lot of teams forget about his ability to run when he gets outside.
Facing a 3rd and 6 stays in. 4 wide receivers, or at least they spread them out that way. Luton, end zone, Keelan Cole, touchdown, Jags. He threaded the needle on that one, and a Southern-style Lambeau lead. Duo.
That was a rocket between about 4 different zone defenders for Green Bay that were all looking at this inside slant and watching it whistle right by them.
Rodgers has it. What a fake. And for the end zone, high touchdown. He came down with it. Davante Adams. That's his 9th touchdown of this season.
Simply beautiful. The entire concept, the action.
Pick up some big plays. Mostert. And Raheem Mostert. That's a 49er touchdown.
Welcome back, sir. Hell yeah, baby. That's what I'm fucking talking about. Welcome back.
You hear all the welcome back. And they're excited to have Raheem Mostert back because of the speed and the dynamic.
They're doing what they've done in the last 3 games, just doing it in a different way, going head-to-head with this Ram team. Goff to throw. Hit as he throws it. It's intercepted. It's another 49er takeaway. That's the rookie Kittle into the end zone. 49er touchdown.
He got his first sack last week against the Saints, and now he comes up with a huge interception, but it's the pressure up front. They get in the face of Jared Goff, and they...
Raheem Mostert in the backfield. As you said earlier, the Ram defense going to have to take some chances here, trailing by 11. Ball is out. Rams have it. It's a takeaway, and on his way to the end zone, Troy Hill, touchdown Rams.
All it takes is one play. All it takes is one play, and sometimes defensively when you see...
NFL touchdown on the ground. Akers stays in there. Akers the football and into the end zone. Touchdown, Cam Akers, and the Rams have the lead. What a turnaround in a game with 7 combined turnovers, 4 of them by the Rams. They marched down
A year ago, so he doesn't have to force the issue. But if he's got a one-on-one opportunity, man, he's got to trust his legs as well.
That's Isabella again. Running around. Time for Murray down the middle of the field and wide open. Headed for the end zone is Dan Arnold, and that's a Cardinal touchdown. Covering 59 yards. Plenty of protection for Murray. And that's the longest play against this Ram defense this year.
Just tremendous protection, to your point, Chris, but even more so, matchup they can take advantage of.
Higbee and Everett. They each have a couple of catches already. Woods in motion. The give. Cam Akers. Cam Akers pounding on his way. That's a touchdown, Rams. He was not going to be stopped. The rookie with his 2nd rushing touchdown this year.
Cam Akers, this is one of those guys that you just got to get more touch.
Arnold with that only catch. He's only been targeted once officially. Goff floating for the end zone. Touchdown Rams. That's Tyler Higbee. 3rd and goal.
Well, he listened to us. Because that's the one thing I said to Coach McVay is Higbee had 3 touchdowns. All 3 were touchdown receptions in one game against Philly. Jared Goff said, I like my tight ends in this matchup. And they took advantage of it right there.
And Sean McVay
spotted at the 4. Kyler Murray for the end zone. Catch made, a touchdown Cardinals. It's DeAndre Hopkins.
That is a tight window to throw that ball.
That was a laser from Murray.
There's no margin. and have a chance to establish that line of scrimmage.
He challenged Jared Goff to start the week after last Sunday's defeat. Goff will keep and power into the end zone. Touchdown! That's a Rams touchdown from Jared Goff. The offensive line and Goff respond.
That feels good at 1-6. I guarantee you that. He loves playing here. He loves playing these Cardinals. He's owned them over the last 3 years with Sean McVay. And as much heat and criticism as he took from his head to the line of scrimmage.
From the 4-yard line, Drake. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Cardinals. Kenny Drake.
You know what those 2 runs were? Don't tell me I'm pressing, coach. Don't take the ball out of my hands. I smell touchdowns. What he's done in Arizona the last 2 years phenomenally. Play to your QB's strengths. Maximize what he does best, and it's him on the move.
Pick up a 7. Derek Henderson. He's off and running. He's in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. A backbreaker for the Arizona defense, but 38 yards for Darrell Henderson.
Well, it was Austin Blythe who got to spike it on the QB sneak. It was the center once again with tremendous movement at the point of attack.
Intercepted. Troy Hill has a touchdown in back-to-back weeks. Touchdown, Rams.
That is so good, Greg. We talked a lot this week, building up to this game, of the eyes and the awareness of this secondary, the pattern reading and matching, talking to Coach Staley about it, how they look for guys that understand how to process. 3rd and 9, what is Troy Hill expecting? Something to get that first down.
Out of that, the Rams have a chance. A path to the NFC West title. Murray backing up, floating it in the end zone, and the catch. Touchdown, Arizona! Gathering it in is the guy who started the day, Dan Arnold, for the Cardinals, his second of this game.
The defensive receivers and offensive stuff.
Second lineman in, Jeff Wilson ahead, and touchdown 49ers. Into a crowd, but into the end zone goes Jeff Wilson. That's his 5th rushing touchdown this season. The rookie from Arizona State, the leading receiver in the game. Wentz is picked up, and Mullins fumbles the football. Washington has it back. Chase Young, they're chasing him down the sideline. And Chase Young has a Washington touchdown. That deserves a wow.
And don't take a sack or a strip sack. What a great job by the Washington football team. They cover well. They motion, the 49ers motion out and empty, trying to clear up the picture for your quarterback.
49ers trying to work their way up from the bottom of the NFC West. Snap. Mullins. Throws it. It's intercepted. It's another Washington takeaway. Cameron Curl. He's going to go all the way. It's a touchdown for the Washington football team. What a way to cap the 3rd quarter. Second defensive touchdown in this game for Washington. A return of 75 yards.
And you see Kyle Shanahan just puts his head down right there because it's just such a tough break.
Greg Jennings, Chris Spiners, Jen Hale from Arizona. Poster at the back for Mullins. Mullins has it, flips, and into the end zone. Kyle Juszczyk for a 49er touchdown. It was Juszczyk once they got close. A catch, a carry, and a score. Looks like they're going to try and go for 2 here. Game 3 for 3 now, Trubisky, and throwing again, but the pressure is on. He dumps it off, and into the end zone is Darnell Mooney, and that's the Chicago Bears. a touchdown. The rookie from Tulane with his 4th touchdown catch of the season. And a common, but 2 shots to get it in, and they have to be thinking going on 4th if they don't get it here. But not a problem. Touchdown toss for Cousins to Adam Thielen. He burns the Bears again in the end zone. An exchange of timeouts here. 2 for 2 on 3rd downs in this drive alone. David Montgomery straight ahead, and that's a Bears touchdown. A 16-7 lead pending the extra points. Costly with Cook in the backfield. Dalvin Cook plunging forward. Touchdown Vikings. It took a while, but he worked his way in. Another touchdown this season. That's 15 rushing scores for Dalvin Cook.
That's a great opening second.
And the Bears on a 1st down from the 14 of Minnesota, trying to get more. It's Montgomery who has a hole. Montgomery to the end zone. What a run for the Bears, and a touchdown.
This is the battle of the backs. Like, and you talk about
22nd overall. Fake to Cook. The pass complete to Conklin, the tight end. And Conklin down to the goal line. Conklin in for a Viking touchdown. The run after the catch by the 3rd-year tight end. Impressive on the flip from Cousins. Brandon Allen 4 out of 4, Greg, to start this game. He's got another completion, and that's going to be a Bengals touchdown. Drew Sample into the end zone for Cincinnati. And Allen is 5 out of 5. An 8-yard touchdown toss. They're losing to the Colts. The Jets are leading the Browns. We'll have all the highlights coming up. Watson for the end zone. Touchdown, Texans. Brandon Cooks. What a rocket from Watson.
You are exactly right, a rocket. Do you understand how hard of a throw this is to make across the field to a wide open receiver? Just a matter of his playmakers making the catches and making the plays.
P. Ryan is in it, running back and breaks through and still going. Samaje P. Ryan down the sideline for a Bengals touchdown. A 46-yard run, shaking a few tackles from the Texans and taking it to the house.
Well, you can't ask for a better start than that, Chris. I mean, you come out of the locker room, you talk about what you want to do, how you want to execute.
Longest run by a Texan this season. And Johnson straight ahead. That's a Texan touchdown. Fifth rushing touchdown of the season. From 4 yards out goes David Johnson into the end zone. That catches this season coming in came in the last 5 games. Allen floating one for the end zone. Catch made as he inbounds. T. Higgins waiting for the officials who are right there on the spot. Yeah, okay. You tell Romeo that. The play clock is down to 3. Just in time, the blitz is on. The throw, touchdown Texans! As soon as Deshaun Watson got the football in his hands, he rifled it into the end zone to David Johnson.
This is what makes David Johnson such a threat. If he can run the ball the way that he's run in this second half, complementing what he provides in the passing game.
Second down 10, the officials accurate. From the 22, 4 wide receivers. Watson in the pocket. It gets away again. Floats a perfect pass inside the 10. Pushing his way to the 1. Darren Fells, touchdown Texans. He just wouldn't go down.
Versus Farrell Brown giving piggyback rides, then Darren Fells is like, well, I want to give him piggyback rides too. This is just great effort, and you gotta love it because your quarterback, this is what makes Deshaun Watson so special. The broken play comes down to game management. Like, do you run the ball here to run some of the clock off? Do the Texans, do you get a timeout?
Perine straight ahead and into the end zone, and got the impression that the Texans said our best chance is let the big guy in.
And put the ball back in the hands of number 4, Deshaun Watson. But that's a great drive there by the Cincinnati Bengals. They needed a score. They went down methodically. Brandon Allen led this team, and Perine and Bernard and everyone's talked about, but he's shown that he can put the ball where he needs at any moment in the game.
Well protected and going deep inside the 5. Catch made. Chris Godwin has a Buccaneer touchdown. On third down after the timeout. A lot of room to run, but Tom doesn't do that. For the end zone, touchdown for the Bucs, Antonio Brown.
I really thought he was going to Scotty Miller in the back of the end zone, and Antonio Brown sees a ball, and he's probably thinking the play before, I should have had one, so I'm just taking it. I love it, though, because this is...
Could be the Bucs' opponent in the first round of the playoffs as Matt Ryan keeps and lunges forward, and we have not seen a signal yet after Gurley was inches away on the previous try. Now it's a Falcon touchdown. Ryan keeps and gets the Falcons a little bit closer.
Playmakers, the ball in their hands at any cost.
And now on 3rd and 17. You hope to get out of here with just 3 unless Ryan can create a little Atlanta magic. And he's throwing for the goal line. Touchdown, Falcons. Russell Gage. And there's the magic Atlanta was looking for. On a 3rd and 17.
This is just such a good route concept, a really good route by Russell Gage and Antoine Winfield Jr., a player that typically is able to decipher plays.
Brady wanted him, he got him, and what a response on this drive from Tom Brady. And Ronald Jones has a Buccaneer touchdown. His 7th rushing touchdown this season. And that's what Ryan's doing. He's got wide open Hayden Hurst for a Falcon touchdown. On 4th and a yard. You called the play action. And Hurst has his 6th touchdown grab of the year.
Well, you get down here and you continue to run the ball, you don't have success.
Goal. Brady, touchdown, Tampa Bay! It's Chris Godwin! That's 39 touchdown passes this season for 43-year-old Tom Brady. Give General Manager Jason Light, Bruce Arians credit for putting this team together. time for Brady. And the catch, there's a flag down as Antonio Brown spins into the end zone for a touchdown. A catch and carry on third down for Brown. That flag, let's see, the early indication against Atlanta.
Yeah, he and Isaiah Oliver were just grabbing at each other for about the first 5-6 yards of that route. Then Antonio Brown was able to get away. We'll see what the officials rule it.
It's
While the quarterback still had the ball, holding defense number 45. That penalty is declined. The result of the play is a touchdown.
well, this is Tom Brady's best.